My job is a messenger. Not sure to be grateful or not. At least I'm classed as a merchant, so I kind of hit the jackpot. I send letters for the king, but everyone hates my striped shirts and brown boots. Nobody likes my looks, but they are all just dumb, wasted brutes. The king sends letters back, but why I've never seen them is a mystery, if you think about that. I have grand tales to tell him, been on vast adventures, and I want to be treated better than a doormat. Sometimes I talk too much, sometimes I freak out over nothing, but nobody even knows me that well. I could possibly just be acting. I shouldn't have to stand for this. I have a right to live by, and I even know some kung fu. I know I'm worth more than this. I'm not just some statue. From now on, nobody will push me around. I have a major quote to stick with. The world is just a game, and you have to know how to play. That right there is certainly not a myth. I'm done with delivering letters to a man I've never even met. I'm going to show this place something they will never forget. The Messenger's Tale. I just woke up. I still can't believe I'm stuck delivering letters and receipts. After all the quests I've encountered, after the monsters I have destroyed, nobody believes anything I say because of the way I look. I got ready for my day and received 4 letters and 1 box. I'm sure all of those belong to the king. I have so much to share with that man, so many stories to tell. But I will never get to speak with him. If only he knew what I've been through, I would be in a higher class. I wonder what he's like. Saying that gave me an idea. Usually, I'd hop on my horse and head to the castle for delivery, but I decided that I'm going to stay and see what these people have to say to the king. The first letter made a lot of noise when I shook it, and it was pretty heavy. I wondered what this was. I opened up the letter carefully so I could reseal it afterwards, and I found 50 big pennies! Without thinking, I took 25 of these pennies and hid them in my safe. I resealed the letter and opened the second one, which was also pretty heavy. To my surprise, I found 50 more big pennies. Again, I took 25 and resealed the letter. I picked up the third one and noticed something that was shaped like a key. I opened the letter and found a key with a note attached. The note said, "Spare key for king," and dropped the key. I can't believe I had access to the Lord's throne. I decided to put my house key inside the letter, assuming nobody would even notice or use the spare key. I picked up the box next and heard a long, narrow object inside. After opening the box, I found a mini sword encrusted in silver. This one had an amazing custom-designed cover for it. It was the most beautiful sword I ever saw. I scurried around and found the biggest kitchen knife I owned and put that in the box instead. I looked at the fourth and final letter and noticed it was addressed to my name. There was a paper inside stating,
"Dear Bandy, due to your suspicious actions of delivering my mail late, you are now on house arrest until further notice. Don't bother delivering my mail. I will be picking it up myself until we decide what to do. Don't try to leave the house. We will hunt you down, and you will suffer the consequences. Sincerely, the king."
My eyes got huge and realized I had to get out of the house. I grabbed the letters and box and charged outside looking for guards. Nobody was outside, so I still had time to get away. I realized I forgot to bring all the money so I could buy another house later on. But when I get back inside, I found the king standing next to all the items I stole.
"Seize him!"
Yelled the king, and I felt something very hard hit me in the head, and everything went black. When I woke up, I was handcuffed and laying on the ground. The king was glaring right at me, and he said,
"Your days are soon to be over. Guards, finish him off."
I yelled, "Wait, king! I have one question before my death.
"Yes."
Why did you accept me into this land?" The king looked at me for a second and replied,
"Sir, when I first saw you walk into my land, I knew you had a crazy life. I tried to help you and not only let you stay, but let you relax. I gave you a job as a messenger, which I thought would keep you busy and would help you live a long and happy life. You blew your chances, Bandy. You blew them up.
That was the last thing I ever heard.